And so this is a very serious time for the Muslims that's going on. And one of the things that happens at a certain point, and this comes from Hisham, who goes to Abu Bakhtari, and he tells him, we don't like this and what's going on. This is wrong. And he said, well, what can we do? You're only one person. He said, well, be with me. He said, well, we need somebody else. So they say, well, let's go to somebody else. And they go to Mut'im and then Zam'a. So they get 5 of them all together. And it's really kind of a conspiracy amongst them to go. They go and they confront Abu Jahl with this. And they say, listen, it's time to end this thing. We're against it. This is wrong. We weren't for it in the first place. They're calling each other liars in front of the Kaaba. Mut'im actually goes into the Kaaba and pulls out the oath that they all signed. And it said, Bismihi Ta'ala, was how it began. The worms have eaten it. The araba, the termites have eaten it, and all that's left is Bismihi Ta'ala. That's all that was left on it. So when he pulls it out, and that's all that's left, it's been eaten, they all take that as an omen now. Because they're people that did believe in signs and divination and these type things. So they take it as an omen. Yeah, you're right, we should end this thing. They decide to end it. And then there's another story in which the Prophet actually told Abu Talib, because he was so distressed by this. His whole tribe is being sanctioned by the rest of Quraysh. So he's distressed. He's a leader of Quraysh. And his own brother, now, Abu Lahab. So the Prophet ﷺ tells him that what they signed, Allah has shown me that it's been completely destroyed, except for his name. And Abu Talib calls some of the leaders of Quraysh together and says, my nephew has told me this. Now why don't you just go see for yourselves, and if it's true, then you should believe in him. And so they go and they see that it was eaten, like the Prophet ﷺ, they said, and they just again ridiculed the Prophet ﷺ and rejected that. So they again ask him for more compromise, and قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ is revealed. That's it. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. There's no debate. So that's where we got to so far. Are there any questions about any of that? Right. Some say that they're jinn. There's a difference of opinion about that. Yeah. It was actually revealed when they asked to share the deen. So Allah said, lakum dinukum waliya din.
The letter from the God, the Prophet ﷺ, did that come before they made Yusuf in Ethiopia or after?
There were 2 groups that go, and the Prophet ﷺ did send a letter to Najashi. The hijrah would have been first, but I'm sure, I don't know, but I'm sure the Prophet ﷺ would have sent a message, greeting. I mean, that would have been protocol.
Also, within that letter, he refers to
Ruhullah. That's one of the names of Isa alayhi salam. But Khomeini was the middle name of Ayatollah Khomeini, Ruhullah. I mean, it means it's a ruh belonging to Allah, like Abdullah. In other words, it's mudaf ilay. When you say Ruhullahi, it's possessive. It doesn't mean Allah's ruh. It means the ruh that belongs to Allah. Because you can use the idafa both ways. You see what I mean? Yeah.
He also mentioned about Waraqa coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he got that. I mean, there's probably a source for that. Waraqa dies very shortly after the beginning of the revelation. So.
Why did Najashi write on the paper? He was trying to hide him?
Because he was a king. He was a king, and it was a tawriya. It was a way of dealing with dissidents. He's a very wise man, and in Sharia it's permissible in order to avoid fitna and to avoid bloodshed and these type things, to use tawriyah, which is what he did. So it was obviously his call, in a sense. In other words, was there a benefit? Because he reminded them, have I been a just ruler? Is your life good under me? And they said, yes, absolutely. But he probably saw that if he came out, accepted the Prophet ﷺ openly, it would have led to a civil war. And that would have been worse than him concealing his iman. So that was a personal ijtihad from him. And that's something that Islam allows. Any other? What time is it? It's 12 already? I was going to do, it's been 2 hours, so I'll tell you what, I'll do how many people aren't here for the second class? A few people. Huh. I was going to do maybe the hadith at the beginning of the second class. Huh?
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!